Hello friends, welcome to Daily Sourdough. Recently, one of our sourdough friends wrote in requesting a sourdough brownie recipe, and I just happen to have a delicious sourdough brownie recipe. In fact, it's so good, no one ever suspects that it's made out of sourdough. And another great thing about this recipe is it doesn't take a long ferment because you're using only sourdough discard. So this recipe, your brownies will be ready in about 45 minutes. So let's get started, all you sourdough chocolate lovers, and make some sourdough brownies. First, take 2 eggs and 1 egg white, 2/3 cup of white sugar and 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Place them in a bowl and whip these up until they're really frothy and foamy. And you can do this in a stand mixer or a hand blender, either way. Once those are whipped up really well, add 2 tablespoons of water and a teaspoon of vanilla. Now you're going to take 5 to 10 minutes and beat this until your sugar is dissolved, and you'll know if it's dissolved if you pinch a little between your finger and your thumb and just rub it, and if it's not grainy anymore, then you've mixed it enough. And the reason you do this is that it'll give your brownies that really nice crust on top that's so desirable, little crackly crust on the top of your brownie. This is ready, I can tell, because it's smooth, there's no graininess. So let's move over to the stove and mix up the chocolate portion. In a small sauce pot on the stove, I have 1/4 cup butter and then 1/4 cup of avocado oil. And I'm choosing avocado oil because of its mild taste. You can also use coconut oil. We'll give it a nice little coconut hint to it. So 1/4 cup butter, 1/4 cup oil, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and that's unsalted butter unless you really like salt. And then 5 ounces of your favorite dark chocolate. Now set that over a low heat and just gently melt that. You just want the chocolate just barely melted and no more. Now that your dark chocolate is fully melted, add 1/2 cup of your favorite cocoa. And I'll show you what my favorite cocoa is. It's this one, and I don't even know how to say it. McTaggart's, maybe. I found this at a farmer's market in Idaho, and I just love this cocoa. It has such a rich, dark flavor. It's always my go-to cocoa. So, but use whatever brand is your favorite. Then mix that up into your chocolate mixture. And then lastly, we add our sourdough starter. And we're just using sourdough discard, which means you don't have to feed it. You can take it right out of the refrigerator and put it right into your pan. So this is unfed starter, and we're only going to use 1/2 cup. So on the days when you know you need to feed your starter because it's really looking hungry and weak, that's a good day to make sourdough brownies, because then you don't have to throw any of your starter away, your discard away. You use it and then feed the remaining starter. So put 1/2 cup of discard into your chocolate mixture. And mix that up thoroughly. Then we're going to add all of this to our egg mixture and gently fold it together. If your egg mixture has begun to separate a little bit, just blend it up one more time until it's frothy again. And now add your chocolate mixture into your egg batter. And because your eggs are all frothy and foamy, we're just going to gently mix this together. We're just going to fold it gently in. This makes a 9 by 9 inch pan of brownies, but it's so yummy that you're probably going to want to double this recipe. But today it's a 9 by 9. So once this is gently folded together, then butter your baking dish. And my oven is set at 375. We're going to bake the brownies at 375 for 25 minutes. But be sure and start checking your brownies at 20 minutes just in case your oven cooks hotter than mine. And you want the toothpick to just come out with a tiny bit of batter on the end of the toothpick, but mostly clean. And this is the time if you want to drop in some walnuts or pecans or extra chocolate chip chunks. This is the time to do it. Just kind of drop them into the batter and put them in the oven. Wow, look at these brownies. They smell delicious, and I'm going to cut into them. And see, you have that nice crackly crust and the rich dark chocolate. Wow, they're perfect. And they taste amazing. And they're not even sour at all. So friends, give these brownies a try. They really are delicious. And I love having people write in and ask me for recipes. So please continue to do that. That's a lot of fun. And stay tuned to Daily Sourdough so that I can teach you even more ways of how to use your sourdough starter on a daily basis.